Okay, so show you guys how I rinse how I got the color in again, and also showing you guys how I added some of the curly ends to get the boho look. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, make sure you got some gloves because this stuff really stains. And I mixed it. I didn't remember which color I used last time, so I mixed both of them. I think I used both of them last time I did it, but it was super bright, so I added more like dark brown, but I wanted bright this time, so yeah. Now I'm wetting my hair because you're supposed to wash your hair before you put the rinse in, but I wasn't doing all that. I'm wetting it, just saturating the color, the part that I want to color. Wring it out. Make sure you got like an old towel that you don't really care about because like I said, it stains. And then I started putting it on. I had to see what color it was gonna be so that I could know if I needed to add more of the lighter color than the darker, because I really wanted it to be, you know, bright. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Add more. Now I'm just brushing it on. I think I stopped brushing it on and I just started pouring it on after a while because I see that I really wanted the lighter color, so it was no need for me to mix it anymore. But I'm going to use what's in that bowl, and there I am pouring it on. And I'm going to make sure I cover those platinum parts because, yeah, the hair that I used was like a platinum blonde, but of course I wanted it all to be the same color, which is like that orange color. I think it was Spice Cognac was the name of the rinse. So I'm making sure I cover those parts specifically so that they can all look the same. This is such a bad angle. I wasn't really paying attention. I do apologize. But like I said, I just kept putting the rinse on my hair. All the way up to the top. Not on my roots. Just on the hair that was blonde, basically. Making sure to cover it so that no blonde parts are showing. And this stuff is super messy. I'm just checking every angle to make sure I got it all in. And once I have it all in, I kind of wrapped it up in a little bun. And I let it sit for like 10 minutes. And then I just rinsed it out. I didn't use shampoo or anything. I just rinsed it out until the water ran clear. And then I just blow dried it. And the end result is what you see in the beginning of this video. Yeah. That's the end color. I don't know why I'm always dancing. I am going to be showing you guys how I made my lock extensions boho. Yeah. So some of my locks are like this, like curly at the ends. Let me just say this: you can use human hair. I feel like human hair will be better just because you can kind of manipulate human hair more. But like I said in my last video, I linked that one, the video showing how I did it. I usually don't color my dark hair, so if it's already dark, it's gonna be dark. This hair that I used was is synthetic crochet hair, in any type of wave. I couldn't find the pack. Please do not be mad at me. Sorry. I couldn't find the pack that it came in. I kind of just took it out, and I have like bags of hair. Sometimes they're not in this original package. What it looks like. This is the curl pattern. This has been cut, so it was double this length. Yeah, so this is what I use. I only did some because I was being lazy. I just wanted to see how it was going to look, and I also wanted to know how it was going to hold up in the wash. Like I put it in the washing machine after washing it. So something else, I'm going to pull these back. Okay, so this is what I have. Okay, so this is the hair. I'm gonna cut it in half because I'm not gonna make it that long. So this is what I have. You can get rid of those little frayed ends. I usually cut them after it's on my hair. This is the lock. Basically, I'm just gonna braid this in like you would add in extensions if you're braiding. I'm just gonna wrap it around. I'm just braiding like that. I'm just braiding it on. And you just keep braiding until you reach the end, and then you pull some hair from out of one of the other sections and just keep braiding. Keep braiding all the way down. Well, not all the way because you want it to be curly at the ends, and then you just stop. And that's what that looks like. This is what it's gonna look like on the ends, if you guys can see. You see, you leave that little bit. I actually started up here, and then I just braid it down. You won't be able to see that when I'm done. And the hair that I use to make my extensions, do the same thing you would do when you're adding the extensions. You just wanna cover that bottom part. You wanna cover what is showing of the braid. So this is my hair. This is the bottom of this. And what I'm gonna do is start like this. I'll put a little piece around, and now I have this. And then I just start wrapping. And go all the way down. And it doesn't really matter how thin it is, because with time they tend to swell up, like real locks. So now I'm down at the end. I've wrapped it all the way down. And then, because I want some of that to be curly, obviously, I'm gonna put some loose on it so it'll be a little curly. I'm just gonna go back up the lock with that little bit of hair that I have left. So covering that whole braiding part by wrapping it. I wrap the little frayed ends in, and that's it. That's the little curly end. That's what I do to make them curly. And that's it. Obviously the other ones are a little bit longer, as you can see, but it's basically the same thing. It really just depends on how much curl you want on the end. Let's see if we can find another one. Okay, so that one is fixed. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. It don't cost nothing, it's free. Help a sister out. Okay, and see, this hair is like super tangly. So I'm gonna cut these ugly ends off. I'm gonna leave this one long so y'all can see how Initially when I started doing it, I wanted to add length to them, but I didn't think it was gonna come out right. I really was just experimenting. So again, I'm gonna take my crochet here and basically braid it onto this at the bottom. Depending on how much length you want to add to your lock extensions. She always want to talk when I'm making a video. Depending on how long you want to make your lock extensions, you want to make this, because this is what's adding the extra length. So yeah, I know. So I'm gonna start about up here, right? And then, like I said, I'm gonna start braiding. Just braiding it on your braid, plait, whatever you call it. Just a regular braid. Like that. And then when you get to the bottom of it, where you have no more lock left, you add a little bit of the crochet here to make a third section. And then just keep braiding down. And that's it. And that's what it looked like. Look a little raggedy, but that's okay. And then kinky here. Now this one I'm gonna start wrapping right where that braid starts off. You start wrapping right here. And just start wrapping it around. Okay. Now I'm finished with that here, but obviously I'm not gonna leave it. I'm not gonna leave that much because I want it to look natural, and I don't think it looks natural with that much curly hair hanging. So I'm gonna take another section. Now this hair is human hair. I feel like I said that in my other video, but just in case, this hair is human hair. I'm doing the same thing at the bottom. I'm just gonna wrap it on there. Continue to wrap it. My nose is itching. Continue to wrap it around. And you're only gonna do it as far as like how long you want it. So I mean, if you don't want it that long, you're not going to use as much hair as I did, obviously. So I think that's about good. I think that's good because I'm going to cut off the end a little bit. So I think that's a good amount. So now I'm not going to wrap no more. I'm just going to wrap down at the end, and then I'm going to go back up. So I'm wrapping up the lock. And see, I'm gonna wrap until this is all done. I get it all the way down to the end. And then that's it. That's how it looks. That's how I do it. This is it.